So, many people celebrated Easter over this last weekend, which means ancient celebrations of fertility and spring. Or if you're one of my friends, that means sexy time. So I grew up with very little to no religious background. So for me, Easter has always been about bunnies, eggs, chocolates, and spring. That's just the way it was. I knew it always had something to do with this guy named Jesus, but I didn't really know what. I knew he had died, like I know the basic story. He died on the cross for our sins. He was dead for 3 days and came back on the 3rd. To me, if you put it in modern context, it sounds like the guy who wrote the Bible just had a really good story to tell about a magical zombie. But really, who's to blame him? That would sell like crazy. Yes, I know it's the New Testament and da. Okay, now that my super offensive intro to Easter is over, let's talk about the real things about spring. Origins of Easter and animal sex. Easter is derived from the goddess name of Eostre? Sorry for my horrible pronunciation and having no idea what I'm saying. She was the mother goddess of the Saxon people in Northern Europe. Her name comes from the ancient word for spring, Eostre. There are various other gods and goddesses around the world that have their hand in this whole Easter business too, but these are, from what I understand, the origin of the name comes from. The queen bee is selected to be the queen of the hive by being put in a different area than the other bees when being developed and given royal jelly. This will have her become sexually mature and produce children as an adult bee. If the queen survives to sexual maturity, she will be mated with a dozen or so drone male bees out of tens of thousands of drone bees. So really, that's not that many mates. But those drones are far from being the lucky ones. After mating with the queen bee, their testicles explode and the rest of their genitalia is snapped off, left behind inside the female bee. Because pagans already celebrated spring and fertility at the beginning of spring, the Christians brought over Easter with elements of their celebration already involved, such as the eggs and the bunnies. These things represented fertility and spring to the pagans already. So what we do today as a celebration of Easter is more closely related to the pagan tradition than the Christian traditions. Female hyenas are bigger, stronger, and more aggressive than their male counterparts. And hey, while we're at it, they have bigger penises too. Literally. The female hyena has an enlarged clitoris that they can erect at will, and they use sometimes to dominate the meeker male hyenas. To have sex with the female, the male must insert his penis inside her clitoris, which to me sounds painful, but that's not the worst part if you're this female hyena, because she also has to go through the whole birthing process of pushing the baby out through it as well. Ow. So happy Easter or spring to everyone. If you're on the other side of the world, happy fall, I guess. And happy birthday to our very own Horace Chelsea Beauregard. Hope your day was awesome and not full of April Fools. So let us know in the comments below what you did this weekend, if you had Easter or what not. If not, let us know what you did or whatever. And leave your birthday wishes for Chelsea in the below stuff. So yeah, for years, zookeepers couldn't figure out how to get pandas to mate in captivity. Then after some research and figuring things out about panda mating, they decided to show pandas panda porn. And now when pandas hit breeding maturity age, panda porno. Those randy bastards.